Interesting. You buying this was a good loss?
No. No, I also don't, listen, if people didn't watch this game, Rodgers was not as good as those numbers, and those numbers weren't good.
The numbers weren't good.
I think it was either a 46 or a 64-yarder to, I think, Jalen Warren that, provides the lion's share of that. It was a lot of nothing, and he once again got hit a fair amount. Like you guys mentioned, he threw the picks, and they need Rodgers to be quite good. And because I think we now have 2 games of evidence that they're not going to have a top, let's just call it 5 defense in the NFL this year.
Yes.
I think that, and again, you're right. They have 24 points. You know what I mean? The 7 on the kickoff is not on the defense at all. It's not on anyone on the team except for the kid who forgot it was a live ball. But still, the defense has not been impactful in either of these 2 games. And in my opinion, they've played 2 offenses that are likely to be not in the top 15. Like the Jets offense is not going to be very good. I think the Seahawks are going to be a defensive-minded team. You know what I mean? So, no, I do not buy that this is good for the Pittsburgh Steelers at all.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it's good. I thought Rodgers, too, I thought he kind of threw Calvin Austin under the bus. Did you see that? Here's the comment on the interception in the end zone. Here's what Rodgers said.
Cal is the best kid ever, but he probably should have just stayed in the flat there. He knows it. or he was kind of stealing it from Pat, or just catch it, put it away, score a touchdown. But Cal's the best kid, and it sucks because he's such a great kid. But unfortunately, that whole sequence, took points off the board.
You hated that?
I mean, look, I don't know what but it looks like Calvin Austin was in the way. I'm just saying, do you have to bring that?
They literally explained it on the broadcast, okay? That it was a bad play by him that directly led to that interception. So it's okay to acknowledge that. It's like, do you want players to tell the truth or not? Which way do you want to go about it? And he kept saying he's such a great kid, he's awesome, it just is an unfortunate situation. You're holding people accountable. That's how you win, that's how you grow, that's how you evolve. I could understand. You could say, oh, maybe don't do that publicly and whatnot, but that's how Aaron Rodgers leads. If you don't like it, well, then you don't like Aaron Rodgers, and you don't like Aaron Rodgers. So what's there to say here? But does act like Aaron Rodgers played a bad game is nonsense. Because I actually watched this game. Aaron Rodgers wasn't the problem. He was making some really nice throws, quite frankly. He was showing some of it. I even wrote, Aaron played well. Box score, not an indicator. Actually, the 1 interception was not his fault. Took a touchdown off the board. Was robbed of a possession because of the kick return. They couldn't run the ball. They only had 21 carries for 72 rushing yards. They were 1 for 2 in the red zone. Should have been 2 for 2. Every time they get in the red zone, Aaron Rodgers leads them to a touchdown. If you could run the ball a little bit more reliably and make it a little bit easier for Aaron to get into the red zone, you're going to put up points. Mark Sanchez did a great job of highlighting what that problem was with that red zone interception. So that already signals to me that you probably didn't watch the game then, because Mark Sanchez literally broke it down and discussed it. He was the definition of a point guard in that game. He was distributing it incredibly well. 9 different receivers. They just failed to execute when it matters most. And when you're going to run a route in a way that now ultimately leads to an interception, you have the special teams turnover, touchdown, whatever. However we want to officially define that. There you go. That's the game. The margin of error is incredibly small. And yeah, when you have an older quarterback, that's the problem that you run into. You got to play more complete games here. That's how you win these games. If you're expecting Aaron Rodgers to just put this team on his back and throw the ball for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns game after game, it's not the way it's going to work, man. Doesn't really work that way for any quarterback. But really, right now, the only quarterbacks that can get away with that type of stuff are like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Outside of that, you got to play better football. You can't have red zone interceptions. We saw that happen to the Chiefs. Didn't work out well for them. And you can't be having special teams nonsense. You can't make it harder for yourselves. You just can't. So to try to pretend like this is on Aaron Rodgers, or if Aaron Rodgers was just better than they win the game, I just disagree. Now, the concerning part is the defense. But I actually do believe in Sam Darnold and that Seattle Seahawks offense. I don't think that they're this great offense because I don't think they have enough pieces. But Nick just thinks Sam Darnold is a bad quarterback. I don't see it that way. And also, the Seattle Seahawks should be a great defense, and they disrupted things for that Pittsburgh Steelers offense. So there you go. What's concerning is that Justin Fields was able to look unstoppable, and Justin Fields is clearly not a good quarterback. That's more concerning. You can chalk it up to like a revenge factor, both quarterbacks rising to the occasion. That's a real effect that's going to happen within the NFL. But I mean, it's just, I'm actually not too concerned except for some of the mistakes they made. And they didn't lose because they were just bad or not good enough. They lost because of concrete mistakes that you could circle in big, gigantic red marker. Those are fixable problems. Don't turn the ball over on a kickoff. And don't run a route in a way that leads to an interception in the red zone. Don't do those things and you're going to win. Find a way to run the ball a lot bit better, quite frankly, and rely on the run game a little bit more. And there you go. But I mean, yeah, I'm curious to see how they grow from these first two games because I think they're better than what they're playing right now. I do think you need to have realistic expectations, but the endless trying to pile on Aaron Rodgers is just like, give me a break, man. Seriously, give me. Oh, he actually didn't play as good. The box score is actually better than his actual game. And that's just absolute nonsense. It really is. That's actually genuinely nonsense. I don't know how you could possibly have that conclusion. He was obviously not the problem here at all. If you want to criticize the Pittsburgh Steelers as a whole, I get that. I do. But Aaron Rodgers was getting hit and he was using his legs and he was, more mobile than you expected, and you could see him make some moves where you're like, all right, Aaron has a little bit. If the Steelers can just kind of help and support him a bit, they could be, winning these games a lot more smoothly. But it's just still a bit of a work in progress that we kind of just have to continue to wait to see how it unfolds. But it's funny. Everyone's just salivating to jump on Aaron even when he's not even doing anything wrong. Like, it's just get over it, man. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers? How do you feel Aaron played? How do you feel that the Steelers played? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.